Again, folks, thank you so much for being here. And as we know, projects like this don't happen without leadership. And in the town of Marana, our mayor and council are used to doing hard things and they get it done. And I'd like to start this event off by introducing our mayor and council and thanking them for the great support. Because again, we're not riding bikes on this loop if it's not for those 7 people. You'll be hearing from him in a few minutes as our keynote, but Mayor Ed Honey. Mayor Ed, thank you very much. Vice Mayor John Post. Councilmember Patty Comerford. Thank you, Patty. Councilmember Herb Kai. Councilmember Roxanne Ziegler. Thank you, Roxanne. Councilmember John Officer. Thank you, sir. Councilmember Jackie Craig. Thank you, Jackie. And Councilmember-elect Patrick Kavanaugh. I understand that Patrick, in fact, I know Patrick is here. Patrick, thank you very much.
He's in disguise.
And he cycled. Here, right? Oh, come on, we can do better than that, right?
Thank you.
But a very sincere thank you to our mayor and council, who have, I had to go back to mayor and council 4 times over the course of 7 years to ask for additional funding. This was a project that was affected by COVID. There was various land acquisitions, relocation of utilities, a lot. Mayor and council, at every time I went back to them, it was a consistent yes, a consistent support, because they emphasize service. And that's what Marana is consistently about, is 5-star service. And 30,000 people in North Marana are now connected to the loop that weren't 2 weeks ago.
Woo! Yeah, bravo.
And the person who talks and really is our leader regarding 5-star service is a walking example of it, is our town manager, Terry Rosema. Terry, thank you for all your leadership. And Terry's the type of town manager that when our field staff see Terry and he asks them how they are in the field, if they have an issue, they know they can talk to Terry. And Terry will stop and interact with them, and he knows them by name. That's the kind of leadership that Terry provides. Thank you, boss. Mr. Wayne Barnett, who's my partner on a daily basis, and as my wife always says, working with me is not an easy gig, you know. But thank you, sir. I appreciate your dedication and hard work, Wayne. We're very honored this morning. The namesake of the loop is here, Chuck Huckelberry. I know he's here. Chuck, thank you very much for being here today. Thank you very much, sir. Project partners. This project wouldn't have got done without some exceptional partners. And right at the top of the list is Pima County. Pima County Flood Control, they're being represented today, and he's going to say a few words in a few minutes. And that's a good friend, Brian Jones. Brian, thank you very much. When it was all said and done, this project was a little over $4 million. Pima County contributed $670,000, which was significant. In addition to that, they were just great partners all the way through the process. And there was a retired employee who is not with the staff anymore, and he's one of the people, one of the many people, but one of the key people that I don't think this would have got done if we didn't have him really early on 7 years ago when this became a capital project, and that's Andy Denauer. Andy, thanks for being here, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Great to see you riding your bike, too. You know, I didn't expect you'd be here today. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. CalPortland. CalPortland was a major partner in this. Obviously, we've gone through their property. There was land acquisitions. And William Jarrett, the Director of Energy and Sustainability, is here. Thanks for being here, William. We appreciate it. William's going to say a few words this morning as well. This doesn't get done without boots on the ground, the people in the field that make sure the construction is right. And I know he couldn't make it today, but Tom Houle has been the project manager of this for the last 6 years. And a very sincere thank you to Tom for all his good work.
Yay.
Another person who came this morning that I have a tremendous amount of gratitude for is Butch Jacobs. I know he's here. Good-looking cowboy right there. Yeah. Butch, thank you so much for your good work as the inspector. I was able, through the course of the last 6 months, to catch Butch many times, particularly on the bridge. Feel safe when you're going over that bridge, because that's got rebar that a tank's not going to get through. It's because of you. We appreciate it, Butch. Really great job as an inspector. We appreciate it. Keytown staff, Jane Farrell, I don't think Jane is here today, but she's a town attorney. There were numerous documents that Jane had to review, major communication between CalPortland's attorneys in Los Angeles and the risk managers. Jane was tenacious through the entire process, and a thank you for Jane. Public Works Deputy Director, Jennifer Flood. We had our first meeting on this in November of 2017 with Jennifer and Alejandro Angel from Somas almost 7 years ago. You've been tenacious through the whole process, Jen. Thank you so much. And I appreciate your patience for allowing me to recognize these people, because here again, projects like this don't get done without a lot of fingerprints. You need a good design team, and we had one. Somas Engineering. Somas Engineering is here today. Angel Alejandro is not here. Alejandro Angel, rather. But he's been an awesome supporter of the project. Kevin Latendra is here. Kevin was the main designer. I don't know how many conversations that you and I had over the last 6 years on tweaks on this, and thank you.
Definitely a lot.
Yeah, you were tenacious. John Oliver, the drainage. Kevin Thornton is here today, Vice President, and Vanessa Martinez. That's the whole Somas team. Thank you very much. And
Please. Bravo.
And to make this happen, you need a good construction company. I was on pins and needles the day that this went out to bid, and we were seeing who the low bid was. Because those of you, there's a lot of experience in this outdoor room here of people who have done projects. You got to have the right contractor, and I felt as if we hit the lottery ticket when we got Borderland. Clint Elder's here today. Clint, I know you're out there somewhere. He's a very modest guy, so I'm sure he's in the back. But thanks, brother. Great job. And Matt, tall gentleman next to him. Matt, day-to-day, boots on the ground. Thank you, Matt. Just really appreciate the folks at Borderland. And then our park maintenance staff on the design, I want to mention their help inspecting it daily, David Herman and Dominic Rullo. Thank you very much, guys. At this time, I'd like Brian Jones to come forward from Pima County Flood Control District. Brian is the Deputy Director, and he commutes from his home. He's a Marana resident, and he commutes regularly from his home in Continental Ranch near the El Rio Preserve to his office at the Public Works Building in downtown Tucson. So also a true user and really an awesome partner and friend.
Thank you, Jim. So I rode here today as well. So from El Rio area, and it's a great place if you haven't been there. I'm wearing my flood jersey today to kind of remind folks why we're here and why this exists. And a lot of it is because of flooding. And the flood control district's now 40-plus year effort to protect the residents of Pima County and Marana from flooding. And the vision of Chuck Huckelberry there to basically use this flood protection device as a means to connect all of Pima County. And so that's what Jim and his crew have done, is help connect everybody within the community. And while this is, frankly speaking, a relatively short stretch of pavement, the real feat here was the persistence of Jim and his staff in making this happen. Because the hard part wasn't laying the pavement. No offense to the hard-working men and women who laid that pavement down and built those bridges, but the persistence was that 7-year effort to make this happen. And I think it shows that by bridging a fairly small gap that was difficult to do, you can open up miles of easy road ahead. And so they made that effort and made that work to bridge that gap. And I think that's a good lesson for us all, is to make the hard step to bridge those difficult gaps, and you'll find that there's a lot ahead of you. So with that, thank you, Jim, and thank you to all of your staff and all of the town of Marana, mayor and council. Your support for this has been incredible. You may be wondering what's in it for the flood control district. We now have a lot easier access for maintenance and inspections of the loop. So that was one of the reasons why we decided it was important for us to be a partner on this. So thank you, Jim.
Bravo.
Thanks, Brian. You're an awesome partner. And I do just want to take a quick step over here. What Brian is referring to afterwards, maybe you can walk over here. In green at the top, we have highlighted the section, the 1.8 miles. And it was tricky. It was a tricky 1.8 miles. A lot of engineering. Hey, Kevin, involved in that? Kevin's got a headache thinking about it. But we're connected, by doing that, we're connected to that entire Chuck Huckelberry Loop of 136 miles. I mean, this is really a graphic visual of what this connection means, and the 15,000 people that live across the street in Gladden Farms, and the other 30,000 people in North Marana in general. So it really is a very significant connection in our regional plan. The other thing I'm going to mention here real fast, and it's a compliment to Mayor and Council and our Parks Master Plan. We believe in trail connectivity, that you can leave your house and you can walk to a park. Between Ina Road and Sanders Road, which is about 1.25 miles to the west of here, we have 7 park properties. So you can ride your bike to 7 park properties and very family friendly. At this time, I would like William Gerald to come forward from CalPortland to say a few words. William is the Director of Energy and Sustainability for CalPortland. Thank you for being here, William.
Thank you. And we like to be very timely. Our truck's showing up right now. So, yeah, I'm William Gerald. I'm the Director of Energy and Sustainability with CalPortland. I'm actually a resident of Marana. I grew up here and really proud of what Marana's done in Marana Parks and Rec. I'm a big user of the Parks and Rec. I was a Vice President of Marana Little League, and they've always been very supportive and very proud of Marana as a community in general. Now, even better, as growing up in Marana, I worked at that plant. I worked at CalPortland, the cement plant, for probably 15 years, and now I've been with the company 30. And you know, our company, we really believe in sustainability, partnership with the community, and I was really excited that we were part of this, and we were able to. And something that was said earlier, you're right, the work of building bridges, concrete, the attorneys, that's the big work, right? Getting through the attorneys and getting that stuff done. And once again, I was very proud of us being a partner and being a member of this community as well, right? We want to be a good neighbor and be a part of the community and be helpful as much as possible. So I appreciate it. Thanks to the town of Marana, and I appreciate the partnership that we have here and being a good neighbor. Thank you. Oh, one last statement. So we're very proud of our Energy Star Awards. We've been an Energy Star Award winner for 20 years. And what that is our energy and sustainability practices have been recognized by the EPA as being an industrial company who is trying to be more efficient, more sustainable, and once again, 20 years of Energy Star Awards, and something that we're very proud of, and we always want to make sure we share it with the community that we're trying to do the right thing.
Great.
William, thank you very much. It's a real honor this morning, too, to introduce what we feel is the best mayor in the state of Arizona, Ed Honey. Ed is, for those of you that don't know him, Ed is a tenacious trail user. And 25 years ago, Ed was thinking about how we could make a connection and purchase the land. CalPortland property had gone to different owners, and so it goes back that far. Some of us have only been working this for 7 years, but the vision goes back a quarter century. So, Mayor Ed.
Thank you. Bravo.
I was telling Jim this morning, and nice to see you here, Chuck. About 20 years ago, Chuck Huckelberry, Tom Ellis, former Park and Rec Director for the town of Marana, Dave Battelle from Arizona Portland Cement that became CalPortland Cement that was bought by a Japanese conglomerate was involved as well. And we were trying to figure out ways to tie the trail together. So Terry Roseman and Jim and I are up on the path, and I was saying, I've walked this before, and I just kind of went between those gates. And Terry looked at me and he said, Mayor, you didn't go between those gates. That is true. I went around the gate and hiked down in the river, but I did go through there. This has been a dream for a long time. What it does is it ties everybody in North Marana to the loop. And so many people ride the loop. And it doesn't matter what vehicle you ride. I walk, and I'm a hiker And I've walked to Angela's and Continental Ranch more than once, but it's kind of difficult when you have to go down in the river and crawl under the conveyor and all that kind of stuff. Now you can just walk through there, you know. But Jim and his crew have done such a fantastic job. You know, we started out originally complaining that the project was going to cost $100,000. Jim mentioned it cost $4 million.
Wow.
It's worth it. What it does is it ties us together as a community. And the people from the Avra Valley and North Marana can ride their bike up to Continental Ranch and go to Angela's like I do and get a burrito. You know, it's something that it ties us all together. It's good for community health. It's good for community relationships. And I am so thankful about this day. And believe it or not, in a couple of weeks when it cools off, I'll be walking through that going to Angela's again, and maybe I'll take a couple of you with me. You know, I'm a little older. I don't walk as fast as I used to, but this is really an exciting day. This is a major, major, major breakthrough. This is like opening a new park or something. It's a new adventure. Our council has been very involved in this, and I'm elated. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Mayor. So what we're going to do at this point is we're going to do our ribbon cutting, and then we have 2 cycling events, and staff will instruct you up on the loop here. And isn't it great? We got people still coming on the loop, riding through. I mean, it's awesome. But we have a couple balloon columns up there. That's going to be the start line. We have a 7-mile ride and 11-mile ride. I know we got a lot of hammer dogs in the back, really strong cyclists, but we wanted to have some short distances for the families. But again, the big thing is everybody's going to have a good time and enjoy it. So we're first going to cut the ribbon, and Brandon Lau, our superintendent, Parks and Recreation, he put this together this morning. Brandon, thank you very much. And Jacob, we appreciate your work this morning, your hard work. So what I'm going to ask, he's going to come over here, and he's going to take Mayor and Council, Mr. Huckelberry, as well as our partner, Brian, CalPortland, Somas, and Borderland. We'd like you all involved in the ribbon cutting, and it's going to be right over here between the 2 columns of balloons where we're going to do the event. Again, a very sincere thank you very much for being here this morning.
Thank you. Thank you.